George Stoia here, SchoonerScoop.com YouTube page. I am here excited to talk to Executive Associate AD of External Engagement, Leah Beasley. Thank you so much for joining us, Leah. I want to just dive into the July 1st celebration, SEC celebration. Let's just start here. Where did this thing get started? How did this come to be? I know you're kind of manning this. You've kind of been in charge of putting this thing together. How long has this been in the works?
Several years, long before I got to OU actually, but we knew we wanted to have a big celebration. So I've been here for about 2 years now, and that's how long we've been talking about it since I've been here. And so we wanted to make a splash. We knew that July 1 was going to be the official date, but there have been several things going on behind the scenes to try to get here, not only from a branding perspective of just basic what you're going to see every day of, switching out logos to the SEC logo, but also the party. What are we doing here, and what does the SEC expect of us from a network perspective? And so this is where it's taking place, right here in front of us, right here behind us, and actually inside the stadium. So we're stoked for July 1. Can't wait to get here. Maybe we'll all get some sleep after that. We'll see.
Yeah. You mentioned the party. I know a lot of people are excited about that. How long have you been, working on the party? I'm guessing several months. And how much manpower is behind this thing?
Everybody. So everybody from internal operations to our compliance department. We were on the phone last night with the athletics business office trying to close out some contracts, get some things signed that are relevant to July 1. So it has been about a year in the making. Okay. So our first actual meeting regarding July 1 specifically was a little bit over a year ago, and trying to piece out the pieces, what all we could use. There's different pieces going on for game day that we're obviously working on. So we want to make sure that those facility projects weren't going to be in the way perhaps for this July 1 activation. So it has been about a year in the works.
There's a lot going into this celebration. It starts Sunday night. Let's just kind of go down the list of things. Sunday night, 11 p.m., the 5K Glow Run.
Are you running?
I'm not. I think I've heard Eddie's going to be
Eddie
running.
And I can run together.
We'll see what his time's going to be. Over under probably an hour. So to run that 5K, but
just in time for the fireworks.
Yes, just in time for the fireworks. How many people are you expecting? Because I'm sure it's kind of tough, being a Sunday night, being so late. But it sounds like you guys have a good number of participants.
Absolutely. So we actually had a number, and then we had to double that number. And we actually had to add a few more after that number. Wow. So our cap has continued to grow. Very thankful to our campus partners and university police for allowing us to do this. This is the first one we've ever done. It is a glow run, so we'll have glow sticks involved, and we've never done that before. And it's been incredibly successful, and we're still getting to this day people wanting to be involved. But if you don't make it to the race, you're still able to come and partake in the festivities all around. You'll be able to see those fireworks from just about anywhere. So we're excited to have that. The race starts at 11 p.m. We will have Coop on board. So as soon as the racers are done, they get to partake, and we'll have some food and beverages out here. And then they get to end on the 50 inside the stadium. And then we'll have the fireworks that will officially kick us off into the SEC at midnight. We'll also have a Midnight Madness sale. You can come out and get your nice SEC OU logoed merchandise for the very first time. And we'll have it in a really cool OU Jordan shoebox. So that's something that's never been done before. You're actually walking into a shoebox, and it's going to have that merch inside. So we're really excited about it. That'll kick us off, and then nobody will be sleeping. I'm going to bring my pillow up here and blanket, and we'll wake up the next morning and get ready for the breakfast.
I was just about to say, the next, on Monday, the wake up in the SEC morning, I know you guys will have something at Toby Keith's Bar and Grill, I believe somewhere in Tulsa as well. Yeah. Who's all going to be speaking at those? What are those events going to be like, and what would you say to people considering maybe going out to those?
Well, if you don't, then what are you doing? If you are in that area, you need to make it to those places. Because we're going to have our president and our athletics director. They're going to be featured in Oklahoma City. We're going to have several coaches in both locations. Almost all of our coaches are going to be featured in some way or another throughout the day, and they're going to be speaking at those spots too. So we'll have Coach Switzer, and he'll also be around. So we'll have Dari Noka. I know he's OU alum. He'll be featured in Tulsa along with the Tulsa mayor and the VP Bynum, who is over that campus. So a lot of different key dignitaries that you'll want to hear from, and they'll be kind of spitting out some knowledge of getting us into the SEC and getting us ready, just culminating all the excitement, kicking it off that morning. We'll also have our band in spirit out. They'll be kind of taking pictures with photo opportunities. Our Schooner will be in Tulsa. So you've probably heard of the Schooner Roadshow Tour. Yep. It will be ending in Tulsa, Oklahoma City, and then finally in Norman Monday night. So we're really excited to kind of wrap that effort up too.
Yeah, definitely. Good opportunity for fans to get pictures and stuff with that, with the Schooner. I know also Pep Rally, is that starting in Norman downtown with the
Yes.
Pride?
Yeah, we're going to have downtown in Norman around 11:30, and then also we're going to have Campus Corner around noon. So both of those areas will feature the Pride, Spirit Squads, and we'll have our Schooner as well.
Awesome. And then I know one thing a lot of fans are super excited about, that they always come out to the equipment sale. I think is that at 2 p.m. in the indoor track?
Actually, there might be some people out there lined up. They
Yeah.
might already be getting ready. So yeah, so we'll have about 5 hours of 2 to 7 that you can go in the Mosier Indoor and shop till you drop.
Yeah, I know that my family is actually coming up for that, so
Good.
they're super excited about that. They always love the deals. You know, they're cheap. I know my dad's watching; he's very cheap. But then I think is it 5 p.m. when the party in the Palace starts?
Yes, but let me first start with Paul Feinbaum, unless you're
yes,
getting there.
yeah.
Feinbaum is at 2, and we want to have a really big crowd. It's going to be right here where we're standing, and you've seen it already, but this is the first time that OU in Norman will be featured on the Feinbaum Show and on SEC Now. So we got to make sure that Sooner Nation shows up, and they're loud, and that we really do showcase Norman and OU and how Sooner Nation belongs in SEC country, and we're going to showcase all of that in July 1st. So Paul Feinbaum will have all of our coaches on. Coach Venables actually kicks off the show at 2 p.m., so that's pretty cool. The commissioner, President Harris, Joe C. will all be featured, and then we'll move into the evening programming, which will be inside the stadium, in the corner of the stadium, during party in the Palace, and we'll have different coaches on there as well. We'll roll out that schedule probably later today. That whole schedule of one of our coaches are going to be on there, so that's really exciting too. But yes, 5 to 10 party in the Palace is when that gets started.
Awesome. I know Eddie's still waiting for his invitation onto the Feinbaum Show. Already had mine. I was on a few weeks ago, so waiting for my invitation too, on Monday. But tell us about the party in the Palace. I know a lot of people are excited about that. You guys announced a couple bands that are going to be performing. I know you're going to have some activities inside the stadium too.
Yeah, so we have all kinds of like kid zones, so inflatables that you're used to. We're actually having a sport court out there. It's OU branded basketball court. So we're going to have some of our men's players, some of our women's players out there kind of playing with the kids and families and students, and they'll be out there playing around throughout that whole time period. And then we'll have mechanical bull, we'll have face painting, balloon animals, food trucks will be available. We have a gaming truck. Have you ever been in a gaming truck?
I haven't. I've not. No.
I haven't one just now, so we could see what it looks like. But it is going to be here, and then we'll have the bands kicking us off around 6 p.m. We'll have DJ and all of that, but the bands will start at 6 p.m., and then we'll have a set break, and then we'll go into our other band, my so-called band, and Straight Tequila Night.
Yeah, I've seen My So-Called Band, really good cover band, one of the best around town. So that's super exciting. Lastly, let's just talk about tailgating. I know that's a big thing. People can come out and tailgate, and also parking. Where can people park? Yeah,
so Duck Pond parking. It will be a lot of areas for our fans to park there, and then part of the Asper Garage will be available too. And then tailgating, come on out. We want the more the merrier. If I don't see Eddie tailgating out here, I might be upset. So got to have him out here beside us.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's super exciting, Leah. I mean, how many people do you think are going to be out here? Are you guys expecting a certain amount, or is it?
We've been planning for everything. So in our world, you have to just be able to guess and reassess. So we'll see what happens. We're excited. We want a few thousand out here. We really don't know what to expect. This is the first time we've ever done this, obviously, but we're ready for anything.
Yeah, I think it's going to definitely be unique. I know being on a Monday, it might be tough for some people, but I think you'll see a lot of people come out, especially in the evening for those bands and the party in the Palace. But Leah, thank you so much for joining us on Soonerscoop.com's YouTube page. I'm sure we'll be talking to you a little bit on Monday as well, seeing how everything's going. But thanks so much for joining us. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to have a lot of coverage July 1st out here. Me and Eddie will be out here, maybe talking to some folks and things like that. So watch for us out here as well. Catch Eddie in the 5K run on Sunday night. But stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time on YouTube.
Boomer.